Alright, so this is a revivement of one of my older planes. The Python. I designed the Python a while back, but never uploaded it. So, here it is. And I will be doing this more often. Well, I already have another design for a plane. It's really dusty right now, but it'll look something like this. It's really messed up right now. It has the same cockpit as the Phantom, but I'm still working on that. But here's the Phantom. You see, this plane has an amazing shape to it. The shape's a little bit different than the one in the photo, but whatever. It has 2 air intakes. You can see right there. 2 afterburners, vertical stabilizer, and just an amazing look to it. But do be warned that this plane is not easy to fold. Like, the front section with the air intakes, not hard. The tail fin, not hard. But getting this general shape here might give you some trouble. But, hey, I believe we can do it. So, yeah. Here's the plane, and let's get into the tutorial. Alright, let's start the tutorial for the Python. So, I have a blue sheet of foil paper, mainly because this model tends to get a lot thicker the more you fold it. And I also will be using a reference model because this model has a lot of creases in it, and sometimes I forget some of them. So first we're gonna fold a bird base, and basically we're just making a Vulcan base, but just to make the model overall, just to make some of the beginning steps easier, I like do this part just to get some pre-creases in. It ends up making the model a lot easier. But you don't gotta do this. So I'm just gonna fold a bird base and take these creases here. And just fold these diagonal creases. I think they're angle bisectors, but I'm not sure. Alright, now we're just gonna fold the Vulcan base. And I think this paper is 9.5 by, wait, no, 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. So basically 10 inches, but I'm not sure of it. I don't know if because I just found this sheet of paper and it looked like the correct length. And now we're gonna fold the front landing strut here. So it's just a frog base, technically. Just a pedal. It's not that hard. I don't know if I said this also. This plane is, yeah, kind of hard. It's not too hard, I'd say, but there's definitely some weird folds in it. And once again, for all my flight and like test models, I use a sheet of 11 by 11 pound, 20 pound paper for the flight models, and I think that's a good sheet if you want to make a flight model, or you could just make a display model with that type of paper too. It doesn't really matter. Alright, after that, we're gonna fold on this side here, fold on this side. We're going to, and then we're just gonna fold up and match it with this back layer here. And then when we fold down, we're just gonna fold on this crease to shift this crease down and then continue. But like still fold on that crease too. So we're forming the air intakes now. We're gonna do that on the other side. Now we're gonna take apart this part, open it up here, and then fold down on this line and up on here. So if you've been folding planes for a while, that should be a familiar fold with some Vulcan based planes. We're gonna repeat that on the other side as well. And when you do this, make sure it on the back it's like these corners stay lined up. This line here. And then we're just gonna fold up on these here. And we're going to just fold it in like that. Fold it up. And fold just fold both of these tiny triangles up into the model. And then now with this crease we just made, we're gonna take this air intake and take it out as far as it will go. And this should be a 90-degree angle. Yeah. So yeah, this here, yeah, it should be a 90-degree angle right there. You just repeat down the same side. And really, if you folded the model well, it should automatically have symmetry, but if you just want to, you can go here and make sure you have symmetry on it. I don't think this one came out too symmetrical, but whatever. And then we're gonna fold on the back. We're gonna try kind of like lift up this wing and fold from this crease just to the main body, but make sure you fold a little bit in. Oh wait, no. You gotta reverse these like that. Take this corner out and just reverse it like that. Before you do that. Before you fold it in. Like that. And I just put it on the bottommost layer. But it doesn't matter what layer you put it on. As long as it's secure. Why am I crease shifting? And after that, you lift this up like this. And you fold it down like this. And down like that. To make it slightly more reinforced leading edge. And then you just do that on the other side. Once again, you can make sure you're symmetrical too. Just like that. All right. Now it's time for the main body. So we're gonna fold this up, and you can crease this, but you don't have to. But you gotta fold this line up like this. So we have this line here, and now we're gonna take this line and match it up to this crease here. So we're gonna take it up like this and make sure the line is matched up. And if you really want to, you can take this crease out like this and make sure it bookmarks on there. But you want to do that and take it all the way to the end. And then after that, so after we have these two creases here, I want to do it one more time. So doing it the last time is a little bit hard, so I take the second crease we made there. I don't know if this is showing up very well. And just fold it up fold it up and crease there slightly. Crease there slightly. So you just have a general idea for where that crease will be. Then you can follow up that crease with a stronger crease there. So go here, pull like this. And now you can have, now you have these 3 lines here. We're gonna be using this line to form the wings. But basically, we're gonna now take all this paper up and swivel it up. This is the part I might forget, so spare me. Actually, I think, just to get this out of the way, I think we should just mirror it on the other side. So you fold the paper in half, and you just mirror this fold here. And it should realistically meet up with that line. My paper just doesn't, it's just not acting correctly. I actually don't know if it's supposed to. No, I think it is. But it's supposed to match up with this line here. And then you can fold it like that and make sure these, oh my goodness, that's not accurate at all. What did I do wrong? Yeah, I didn't start from the same area. See, yeah, you gotta be really, like, exact with this plane. There we go. So just make sure everything's in line and check. But your plane should be looking like this. Oh, wait. And then you can actually go in here and refold that down. And now we're going to take this crease here and fold it all the way to that leading edge. Which should form a crease something like that. I'm just going to start doing it on both sides to make sure I'm being symmetrical. Because you can't get there's not much room for mistake on this plane. But now our model looks like this. And yeah, I think we pull it back up, if I'm not wrong. Okay, let me look at my model here. So you fold it out like that. Yeah, we do. So you pull it back up on that crease. And it might surpass this leading edge a little bit. Maybe not. But you pull that edge up. And then like this. Then you repeat that on the other side. Holding the leading edge up like this. And now, and let me make sure I'm being symmetrical. Yeah, I am. But you fold it like this. So these are the layers that we have. We can have zigzag pattern going on in the plane. Okay. So next, we're going to, I guess, yeah, we're going to fold this down. We fold this out and fold only up to that crease there. Like that. And after that, we're gonna take this whole crease. It's kind of a lot of folds at once. And while controlling this crease, you gotta control it on its way down. You also gotta make sure, so it gotta touch this point here, right? Yeah, touch the point here. So since we shifted it to this point, so the plane was previously like this, and you see how this line doesn't fully go down? Well, we're gonna open up the plane and shift the crease so it goes all the way down like this. And then we're going to fold down on the model so that we have a bit of leeway here, and it lets us close the model. So like that, this line here. And then it should also be you should also have this little crease here. So if you didn't catch all that, you gotta go to this side. Let's do it on this side. Shift the crease like this. We gotta, wait, no. First you gotta fold it like this. And then we're gonna shift the crease like this. Fold it down. And you can actually fold this in half and make sure you have symmetry. I'm sorry if that was off camera. I didn't see if it was off camera. So if that was off camera, then good luck, I guess. But this is the fold pattern we have here. Now we're gonna fold up, we're gonna reverse this in and fold, so I think, yeah, fold to this point, so those 2 points connect. Yeah, like that. And on the original design plane, we actually had like these large, like, well, this is a revive of a plane. On the original design, it had totally different landing gear. This is a new landing gear. But no, on this redesign that I made, it had this edge here where the landing gear would go. But I redesigned it so the landing gear, so it'd be more like this, which I think looks better. But now we're gonna fold this rabbit ear down and just do a simple rabbit ear fold here. Well, no, fold this crease in here, then do a rabbit ear fold. And yeah, you see this foil paper is tearing a little bit, but it's okay. But just do this, and then you can also fold that tip in for a more sturdy landing gear. Why does that look so shitty? It looks really shitty for some reason. But you would just, oh my god, what is going on? You would just do the same over here. What the? And just fold it in like that. And with how this landing gear is like pretty long and skinny, I bet you could get wheels on it. But I'm not doing that in this tutorial. And we're pretty much done with the wing set, with the main wings. Except for the outsider first, which I'll do later. But now you gotta tuck all this paper that's hanging out into the model, like that. And then I think, yeah, you hold the landing gear up like that for now. For the next step, which we would take this extra paper here and fold it in. So you have a layer of paper here hanging out. You would take this layer and fold it in. And then fold these to the side. Take this crease and fold it like that. And that's just a reference crease for something later on in the plane. Now next we're going to fold over on this line. Try to fold really good on this line. And we're going to just shift the paper up like that. And that's how we get our tail fin. And there is a little thing hanging out, but we'll get rid of that. Do that same process there. You take this paper, take this dense paper right here, and fold it up into the model. and make sure you're being symmetrical too. And then now you just take the wings in and fold them in. No real reference there. Make sure all these creases are tucked in. But after that, we're gonna go here. And fold this in. And just try to make sure these wing tips are smooth. No, I'm just seeing, yeah. I mean, a possible variant is like you could fold that in. I might have to actually do that on a plane. It might look cool. But now we're really done with the main plane base. Main plane, you can fold these behind like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And then you can fold it up here. Back down. That's not straight, but whatever. And we're gonna take this here and fold it, shift it like that. Those wings were a doozy. These aren't sticking. Okay. And just keep it neutral like that for now. Like, why is this not sticking down? And then you can go to the sides and fold these wing tips, these wings up. Amen. Alright, now you'd think we'd fold here. When I make my jet fold on this one, I usually do it a little higher because I like a sleeker intake. And I don't know if I told you this before, but this foil paper is very weak. So, and this plane kind of, if you use 8.5 by 11, you'd see that this plane has a pretty thick nose tip. So I'm actually going to put a piece of tape here just to prevent the paper page from ripping when I do the jet fold here. And there's no real, you can't really unfold it here unless you go in there, and you would have to do this earlier in the model, but go in there and like fold and like water bomb base this little crease that's in there. I'm not gonna do that though. But basically you just jet fold. I'm gonna try to make my jet fold. I'm gonna jet fold a little bit higher And I think that's normal. So on this plane, I jet fold a little bit higher than you would on a normal plane. And yes, that landing gear place will be very thick. There you go. And I like to pull these out a little bit, just to get them to be a little bigger here. And just take this fold here. Sorry, a low battery sign came in. I don't know if you guys saw what I did. I'm just doing a locking mechanism. See, even though I thought I did it symmetrically, the tail fins still came out to be a little uneven, which is really annoying. See, they're still a little uneven. So I'll try to fold it into just a slight bit. To try to make those tail fins more even. No, I'll just leave it. Even though it pisses me off. See, the plane still came out a little uneven. I'm telling you. It's hard. If you can successfully like make this plane, make it really easy, really even, I'd like to see that, because I can't do that. Oh, what am I doing? You're gonna roll this into the afterburns here. See, the plane's ripping back there. And now you're really just shaping the plane. Pull down the landing gear a tad bit. You see, my landing gear was a little bit folded after the jet fold. I need to reverse it back in. continue to shape the plane till you're happy. Try not to get pencil on it. Fuck. Oh, there we go. Damn it. Wait. Die. Oh my goodness. Whatever. We'll just put that back in. And then you shape that. There you go. That's a finished model of the Python. Hope if you're able to fold it, good luck flying.